Hey everyone, thanks for being with us. I'm Dominic Giarratano, and this is the in-house channel for the 3rd Annual North American Iron Workers Impact Labor Management Conference. 3 days down and 1 to go. Before we get to the schedule for Thursday, let's take you down to see what happened on Wednesday at the conference. Wednesday at the conference began with a discussion on a topic that's no stranger to anyone inside our industry, the need to get the word out on our training programs. The take-home message was union iron workers are the best, and our training programs serve as evidence of that fact.
The iron workers are leading the way with TVA, and I'm going to tell you, when TVA says to me, Dick, can you do this or can you do that? My first response to TVA is, no, I can't. But the iron workers can, because that's who I represent.
A lot of what we do, it sells itself, but we have to, as individuals and as a group, we have to get out there, pound the pavement. We have to let people know what it is that we do and the training that our members receive.
The word green has already changed the face of the industry in profound ways and will continue to do so in the years ahead.
Within 20 years, 80% of the construction in the United States is going to be green.
The old saying, if a tree falls in the forest, does anyone hear it, applies to this session. The panel said in order to get the word out, you need to set meetings. Tell the decision makers in your area about the superior nature of iron worker programs and be persistent. Persistence is something that the next speaker knows well. Bill Press is a nationally syndicated columnist, radio host, and liberal commentator. And this true believer doesn't just walk the walk, he talks the talk.
I'm a proud dues-paying union member for 30 years, brothers and sisters. And I got to tell you, that's the best thing I ever did for myself and the best thing I ever did for my family.
Press talked about President Obama's first year, the futility of being bipartisan when both sides aren't at the same table, and how to get the leaders in Washington to listen to the average union iron worker.
I think our message to them has to be, from all of you out there in every one of your councils in every one of the 50 states, the same message that I put out there every day on the radio in all the 50 states. And our message is, look, we worked hard for you. You promised us change. Now we expect you to deliver change we can believe in.
Steve Rank talked to the conference attendees about the just announced landmark training partnership between the Iron Workers Impact and OSHA. This comes after a thorough review of our training centers and materials, and after an unannounced OSHA visit to one of our training centers.
So what message does it send to owners and contractors about the quality of our safety programs, training facilities, and the commitment of our organization when the Occupational Safety and Health Administration now require all OSHA compliance officers to receive training on the Iron Workers training modules? It says that we are perfectly positioned to set the benchmark for iron worker safety and clearly distinguish our international association from the phony training propaganda of the ABC.
Rank said the union ironworking industry is perfectly positioned to provide contractors with a skilled workforce that sets the standard in the industry, and he pledged to stay actively engaged in the regulatory issues that face the construction industry. Challenges are opportunities, and of all the economic outlook discussion we've had this week, no one's talk was as cautiously optimistic as Stephen Sandhurst from the Association of General Contractors.
We've been telling owner groups that it's a good time to build. You can get bargains in construction, and hopefully people will take advantage of that.
Sandhurst praised the stimulus for doing its job and gave a blueprint for economic growth in 2010. That included spending out the stimulus, passing a multi-year highway bill, and postponing the expiration of the Bush tax cuts. Infrastructure spending, in Sandhurst's eyes, is fundamental to any recovery in 2010. Especially when coupled with the approach the Iron Workers International and Impact are taking.
I think the one lesson that I'm always reminded of is every time labor management works together, we achieve success.